Okay, this is video number 2. Hi there. And this one, we've already played the song, just a very basic version of the song. Again, I don't know if I did it exactly the way I wrote it out for you, but it was fairly close. You might have noticed a few things in there that I'll talk about at length here. Let's go right to it. Let's talk about the fills. There are basically 2 fills in this song. And one of them is used twice. You might have caught in the intro. I added a little fill in the intro that I did not give you guys, but it is derived from the fill in the middle of the song. Okay, so the beginning of the song. Okay. Right here. Now that's the same fill as the fill in the middle of the song. I just cut it off short, because here's the whole fill. So what we do is we just take part of that. We just take the first part and go. Okay, so again, the intro. This first chord drives me crazy. I can never find it. And we're off to the races. We're in the song. So that's the first place we use that fill. And again, I played the whole fill for you too. I want to really tell you that, and again, I talked to Susan about this today on her lesson. Get your hand up and down when you strike. Okay? Put some strike into it, okay? It's like a hammer hitting a nail. You've got to have a hammer getting up in the air before it can hit the nail again. And that's the way your strike should be. And we don't care how many times you play the left-hand note. Just do it to where you're comfortable. I could do it on every single chord, like this. So that's 5 strikes, 5 on the right hand, 5 on the left hand, synchronized together. But I don't have to do it that way. I can just do the most bare minimum of strikes in the left hand. 1 at the beginning, and then 1 at the end. I could do it that way too. There's no right or wrong way to do that. It's just what you like, what fits your style. You should learn how to do it multiple ways. Okay? So that's got a lot to do with what this song teaches. This song teaches right-hand chords. The song also teaches you how to play with your hands spread apart. Okay? This moving back and forth on the piano, this lateral movement on the piano, is one of the big things the piano player has to learn how to do, sometimes quite quickly. And so this song teaches that. Right-hand chords, moving around on the piano, playing with your hands spread out a little bit, which again, a lot of beginning and intermediate piano players don't do much of that. And then the final thing is this is about striking in rhythm, okay? There's not just one way to play this song. There's lots of ways to play this song, and there's lots of things to put in. And again, I'm going to probably end up doing 3 videos here because I want to keep these short so it'll load. You know, like I said, the first one took an hour and a half to load with my internet, so that's not too great. I wish I had faster internet. But just really quickly, let's talk about these extra strikes and things like that you can put in. Okay? So when I play the beginning of the song, I'm going to put some extra stuff in here. I'm going to be bouncing through it. Getting that left hand moving a little bit and filling up the left hand. That's something you can work your way up to. You can kind of feel your comfort zone. And then the other thing is really putting some rhythm in there, putting some offset hits. Okay? Staggering the 2 hands, having them hit at different times. That's something else you can do to get that to go, okay? So now, finally, let's talk about that other fill at the very end of the first part of the song. We're just walking up through F chords. By now, everybody, I think, is doing fine on it. I may have actually forgotten to do it when I did the song, but here it is, okay? So, let's see here. Let me think about where I am. Okay, here we go. That's your most basic fill. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strikes of the chord. 4 left-hand strikes, or again, you don't have to strike the left hand every single time. I actually screwed that up a little bit because I started on the bass F chord. That's an F/G, regular bass F chord. I should have started it on the inversion. That's the way I told you guys to do it. So, doesn't matter where you start, but do realize that you're going to finish on the same inversion of the chord that you start on. If I start on the bass F chord, I'm going to finish on the bass F chord. If I start on an inversion, I'm going to finish on the same inversion. So again, doesn't matter where I start. And there you see I hit the left hand 4 times. Okay? So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to add little things to the song and fill it up over time. There's lots of things we can do. We don't have to all play it the same way, which I like. I can also do some flips and things like that in the right hand when I go into the chorus of the song. That little flip there. Sometimes that little flip, you don't have to do it all the time. In fact, I don't want you to do it all the time. But throwing one in there every once in a while, if you can do it, is just an arpeggio very quickly. It doesn't have to be as fast as I do it. We can also do it slower. Okay? And now, when I'm going down and I'm hitting those 2 chords down there, those are both F/G chords. The one is your basic F chord with a G underneath it. Okay, that's your basic F/G. F chord in the right hand, G note in the left hand. And then all I do to modify it, as you know, is by using the baby finger to move to the D. And so now I move the chord. Now I'm hitting it twice in the basic version. But again, this is where we can add some rhythm. We can stagger the hands. Left, right, left, right. Okay? Left, right, left, right. 4 hits now instead of 2. And then we can get really crazy. Okay? I'm going to play the song into it. Okay? And then you saw I hit a C chord there. I could hit the C chord low and then bounce up to the melody. I'll do that again. And I'm running out of time on my video, but that's okay. It'll take a little longer to load. Okay, so here we go. Now the other thing I do when I don't want to bounce the whole chord up, I can just use my octaves as 2 different things. I can hit the low note and then bounce up to the high note. Okay? Okay, just walking back and forth between the octaves. And the secret to all this is to do multiple things. Don't always do the same thing. Learn all these techniques and then use them as your bag of tricks. And so you don't sound predictable. It doesn't sound like you practiced it. That's the idea, is to make it sound like it's just coming from you. Of course, it takes a lot of practice to sound like that, but that's part of the fun. So that's what we're doing, some little tips and tricks to kind of expand the song. And then in the third video, I'm going to play a little more complicated version of the song, hopefully maybe not all the way through again to save some time, and talk about some other things we can do, some other counter melodies and things. Okay, so I'll see you in the third video.